Do you need someone on the other side today? No, we'll be fine. Thank you very much.
From my point of view. So, I spoke, and this was the 100th anniversary, big deal.
Jan will love that.
Like the original movie. I changed it. Oh, you get so sorry.
Put on maps and then play the thing and then
Okay. This is for you, Jan.
now will you join in with us? Happy birthday, birthday, dear Jan. Happy birthday to you.
Wave to me. Smile, that's good.
Tony's does, yeah.
He's not an early bird.
My son's his son Ringo. And her daughter. And
Step away so you're not directly in front of it.
okay.
Yeah.
Was kind of a problem because then she was 2 grades ahead of everybody and so had to hang out with the older kids. But all the older kids, that was my group, loved having her around because she was so witty, so funny, and always had a remark that made everybody chuckle and laugh. I was high on things, but that's okay because we understand each other. What's important is something we both know in our hearts. We love each other and we're here for each other no matter what.
Yeah, wonderful.
First of all, there is color.
Yep. Oh my gosh, look at all those people. There are some great people.
And you could probably name every one of them.
Yeah, and some of them are a pain in the butt.
Yes, thank you all for coming, and we can now, oh, we just had a late guest come in. Where's Walt? Right here. He came to honor Jan tonight too. Did you know he had come in?
I saw him come in.
There's still lots of desserts, folks.
Well, we'll take care of that.
And they're monitoring the issues, so we'll go and help them take care of
Where's the bathroom?
Well,
About the garden, and also candy. Yes. And yes. Everybody gets it. The whole world gets it. Your comments were right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to talk to you. I'm on the kitchen crew tonight.
well, you know what? That has to happen. When will I see you this week? Sometime?
Well, maybe. Nice to see you. Thank you.
grandchild. Thank you all for coming here. It's really exciting for me to look around and see all the people that she's been friends with. And
Williamsport, so GranJan had a huge impact on my life, even if I didn't realize it growing up. All my pleases and thank yous are because she persisted. I resisted at first, but it finally sunk in, so that's good. I didn't realize it growing up, but at some point I hit puberty and I realized all these people are talking about, oh, you're a woman, you're a female, but you can still do great things, and why wouldn't I be able to do great things because I'm a female? It never occurred to me that my gender would limit me, and it's because GranJan. Like, growing up with her, look at her. You know, I go places and you're Janet's granddaughter. So thank you for that, really. I love hearing all the stories because growing up as her granddaughter, I mean, she's my grandma, and I get this inkling that she's done great things. I know she's done great things, but actually getting to hear what she's done and who she's met and all these things, it's just wonderful. So thank you for that. I don't know, just thank you, GranJan. I love you very, 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 very much.
Thank you.
Speaking of great things, started the Nursing Mothers Club. That's how it got started in Williamsport.
Yeah, went on for years.
What was it called though?
Williamsport Nursing Mothers Group.
Okay. Anyone else? Oh yes, back in the corner, who traveled a long way to get here. I did hear you missed her wedding though, right?
Yeah, well, let me just speak from here.
Can you take the mic over?
You can hear. I don't know whether to say I was an only child or I am an only child. Both are true. And one of the great blessings of my life was to marry Meg. And we will be celebrating our 60th wedding anniversary on the 4th of July. But a great joy for me now is to live in the house where Jan and Meg grew up in Armonk. And one of the greatest things about that is the frequency with which Meg's siblings come by. And I love to hear Meg and Jan chattering away in the kitchen in the morning, and I think this is the same kind of conversation they did X years ago, but probably more friendly now than it was then.
Better.
Coming here to Williamsport is also very meaningful for me because of my relationship with Jim. He and I had a great shared love of jazz. I remember a number of New Year's Eve parties that I'm sure a number of you attended, went on and on and on. The music was great, and I think of Jim often tonight, and it's wonderful to see his offspring and grandchildren here. So it's a very, very rich time for me. I'm very glad we were here, and thank you all for coming and honoring Jan as she deserves to be honored. Thank you.
Football scream with Jim screaming, "Kill him, murder him!" It was always an adventure with Jim cooking at 11 o'clock at night and messing up the whole kitchen for Jan the next morning. But eventually, we got to know each other, and you've been a wonderful friend to our family for all these years. All the wonderful things you did for my mother when she became a widow, and you showing up at the house every day. I'm going to come every day, she said. I was 2,000 miles away, and Jan would get the paper and come in and just looking on her and take care of her. It was wonderful. And as some people have mentioned here about road trips with Jan, I also had day road trips with Jan when she came to New Mexico to visit, and I had just moved there. We had a great time running around looking at new things and museums and archaeological sites.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful.
It was a lot of good times. She climbed right up in my truck and put up with the Mexican food, and it was quite an adventure. But you've always been a wonderful part of our lives with whether it's the candy at Christmas, the handmade Christmas cards, all the handmade gifts, and we have them all. They're all still there. So thank you very much. And congratulations and many more years.
Thank you, Ralph.
Well, I didn't prepare anything, but I can't help but add a little vignette that may make some of you laugh. Jan is always somebody who doesn't live in the past, but really is always open to new ideas and new things and adventures. She's just a role model for me and has been ever since I've known her, just as the way that I want to age. Always reading and always curious and open-minded. But I have to tell you, there was one thing that she was not open-minded about. In fact, I think it's the only time that I ever saw Jan cry. My husband and I, Jack and I, had been after her for quite some time to try computers. And we said, Jan, you are such a lifelong learner. There'll be so much that you'll love about computers and the world it opens up to you. No, I don't want to do that. I have so many things that I enjoy doing, and I don't want to stop doing those things to learn how to use the computer. I'm very fulfilled in my life. So he said, Jan, no, you really have to try it. Well, one day, as the holidays were approaching one Christmas, Jan, I went over to her house for something, and she said, you don't look very happy. And I said, what's the matter? And she said, my children are going to get me a computer for Christmas. She started to cry. And I said, don't worry. Jack and I will be there every step of the way. We'll help you. You can call us anytime, night and day. We'll show you how to use it. And, this woman, despite her initial reticence, embraced computers. And now she has these email conversations with people and is always checking the email and really doing very, very well with her computer skills. I must admit, the only thing that drives me a little crazy is when I teach her something new, she writes it down on a little piece of paper. And then if you've ever been in her project room, she files it somewhere on those shelves. And the only nice thing about that is, because she forgets how to do it, she gets to call me again and I get to help her. And I enjoy that so much. I did tell her, and this isn't to stop your calls to me, but I did tell her as a present for her birthday, I'm going to, if she will give me all those little pieces of paper, I'm going to type them, put them in the computer, in a Word document, and organize it with an index so that whenever she needs to do something, she can look it up in a notebook that she can keep right by her computer. So anyway, she is always forward-looking and willing to try new things, including computer technology. I love you dearly.
Well, she and Jack, especially Kathy, have been wonderful helps with the computer. I will say that Slater called me and said, hypothetically, what would you think if the four of us got together and got you a computer? No way. No, I don't need it. I don't want it. No, thank you. Well, we already bought it. And now I'm glad, of course.
Phone call. I believe it was Walter.
I bet.
But I didn't answer it.
Oh, okay.
He's probably telling me he's lost somewhere.
Okay.
Anyway, Jan, thank you for the memories. I've been away for over 20 years. And coming back is very special to be here with you on this night. Because you meant so much to me, to our family. Our kids grew up together.